Hey kids. Okay, so today I'm going to go over how you can make some bubble block style lettering, and I'm going to start with a swoosh shape, and this is going to be sort of the pathway for my letters to take. Now I'm going to put my name on here, Johnson, right? And I have to fit Johnson on here. Johnsson means N is the center. So I'm going to put an N here just to kind of let myself know that now I have to put JOH and SON on either side. So I'll put a J, an O, an H, N, S, O, N. Okay, so let's start there. Looks scribbly, I know. Now, I'm going to sort of block around each of my letters. So I might want to make the J open, more at the bottom than at the top. And then I'll have a block part here. And then the O might kind of peek around behind it, like this. The H back in front. And I tilted the H in because it, fits better that way. And with lettering like this, part of the fun is that it's kind of whimsical, and as long as it's legible, you're good. Let's do this, and I'll have this one peek out here. And then maybe I'll have the N come down here, below that. And then sometimes I see cool stuff like arrows at the ends of some letters. So maybe I'll give arrows at the ends of my S. O. And then another N. I'm going to put this N in front of here. All right, now I'm going to go around these letters with the Sharpie so you can see better the outline for my lettering. So let's do the J. I'm going to have to get a different Sharpie for this, kids. This Sharpie is not good. This one is not good. Let me see if I have a different one. Let's try this one. Oh, that's better. Now, this H is in front, so I'm going to put this H in, like that part, right? So that I know where to stop the line of my O. And then I'll put the O here, and then the rest of the O here. If you're going to make one part of the letter bigger, it should really be, most of the time it should be towards the ends. It's just better looking aesthetically. Bring this down here. This would come out here. Bring that over to there. And then my S, I'm going to put my S in front. So I'll do this part of the S next. finish the N. And then that would pop out here like this. I'm putting this part of the N in because my O is behind it. And I'll make the O here to here to there. All right. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is erase my pencil lines, and when I come back I'm going to show you a background that you can put in and how to add some details that sort of represent you and your coloring. All right, I'll be back. Okay kids, so I have erased my pencil lines, and the next thing I'm going to do is I want to go around the whole of my shape with an outline. Now, if you want the dripping kind of paint look, you would put something in like this. And it definitely doesn't have to be uniform. You know, just something that reminds us that the paint is running. Like that. And then the rest of it would just sort of follow the shape. Now, if you wanted to have a crown or something in here, you could put it on some higher part of your design. If you're into art and you wanted to have a paintbrush, you would add something, you know, maybe sticking off to the side where the paintbrush is connected to the paint. You could use the color that was there to connect it. But I'm going to show you next how you can sort of stylize these letters and add some fun color. It looks like I have a little bit more pencil to erase in here also. All right, sit tight. So when you go to add, let's say, a highlight on your lettering or a reflection, you would want to decide what side it's going to be on, right? Do you want it to come in from the left? Do you want it to come in from the right, the top or bottom? Does it go across the whole thing together, or is it on each one individually? So let's say you decide to put some highlighting on the left side. Just sort of identify the areas that you're going to leave open. With a shape, maybe in pencil. And then when you color this, you can leave this whole area white. Now, you can choose to use one color across the whole thing or a couple colors, and that would typically transition from one color to another. So if I were going to start with, let's see if I do orange up here. And then I can sort of start to pull it down here. And then if I start to stop it here, I want to stop it at that point across all the letters. I have another orange. I wonder if I should switch. Let's see if this one's better. There we go. See how I'm like kind of leaving a little bit of like a line down here? That's going to make it easier for me to pull the next color up into this color. All right, now let's get some of the pencil out of there. Is it bothering you like it's bothering me? Okay. Just wondering. Now, put a little yellow through here. You know what? Looks like there'd be a little yellow. See how that J comes up into that yellow space? So I'll include that. All right, and then let's see how green looks. What do you think? Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, my marker's sort of running out of juice, right? So, makes no sense for me to do the middle parts first, where I need all the color. I'm going to fill in all the bottom, and then that way if it runs out in the midsection, I could just come down more with the yellow. I just want you to kind of understand my thinking when your materials give out. There's another way to solve that problem. All right, so now let's come up into this. All right, now you have to deal with the back. That can be another color. It can have more design in it if you want. And then I'm going to use a gray around the border to sort of give the border the shadow look as well. Just for like extra, a little extra stylized. So let's finish erasing these lines. All right. And then I have the gray for out here. All right, kiddos, so I'm going to border this with gray. I'm going to fill in my center color, and I will show you when it's done. I hope this is fun for you. All right, kids, so I have filled in my background with the color pink, and I am going along the very bottom of my letters with a dark to kind of weight it down, like this. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was, I kind of forgot that you can make these like splatter looks, and you would just pick a spot and kind of do like a few organic dots. This must be my junky one. And then, whoop, you know what? I love that color. I wonder if I can work it in here. I love it. But it wasn't my original pink. So let's put it through here. Yeah, I like that. Putting dark stuff to the bottom, kids, is better than putting it to the top, because it kind of weights it down and makes your eye follow it. And you want that to be down towards the bottom. And then let's do this. And then now let's try to get the correct pink. There we go. That's the pink I wanted. For a little bit of paint splatter. And a little outline. All right, kiddos. My block lettering is done. Have fun.